What's good? It's No Caine, repping Southside Jamaica, Queens. We're now rocking with DaleWillie.com, steady to the top. Steady to the top. I mean, I was a little surprised, because previously I had one under a different name, you know what I mean? So I took the time to just change my whole approach, revamp, being an artist. Like, you can't be afraid of, creating and destroying. So I took a gamble right there. So I was kind of surprised at just the feedback and the response. Just like the fondness of the people that actually say, hey, we still roll with you, we still like what you're doing, keep going, keep giving us good content. So when the preseason dropped, I'd say early March, that was really just like a dice roll, it could have just been over right there, I could have just been doing something else, So I was definitely surprised about the feedback.
To a sassy lips, hearts on my sleeve, I guess that I'm a masochist, niggas in my hood.
That's a little tricky question because I have a favorite record, and then I have a favorite record I recorded. You know what I mean? My favorite record off of it definitely has to be the Genesis. You know what I mean? It's the track that we decided to do a video for, a visual for, because we really felt like it was a unanimous decision that this record right here represents New York. We wanted it to feel like the tourism board commercials where it's come and visit New York. Let us show you what New York is about. So we wanted Genesis to feel like that. It was the birth. Genesis means the birth. So that was definitely my favorite track. My favorite track to record, a recording session, was the Artist Seduction. That was I was enjoying.
I love that track. I love it.
I was enjoying that. The session was really dope. Putting it together. We had the female vocals in the beginning, and so it was really smooth vibe. We actually took the time to sit down and construct the record, tell the story, and get the elements. So that was a good session.
Then there's some master scripts so passionate. Who gon' speak for him when the streets war?
Basically, actually, The Prize is a very important song on the project because the interview before it actually, has a little dialogue by Kevin Spacey about the prize of society, so to speak. And what I took from that is that the prize there's no real prize, you know what I mean? The prize is in the journey. The prize is in everything that you do leading up to, one goal or two goals that you set from the beginning of the journey, you know what I mean? Because you're gonna have a lot of goals to reach, but initially you say, hey, I want that. And the prize is actually everything from then until you get that. And then when you reach that, you see that there's a lot more that you want to accomplish. You just don't stop. So, which is why I have another record on there called The Journey. You know what I mean? But the prize to me is just having a great journey and touching people along the way and giving content that'll help people with their lives. Touching people and building a dialogue. So that's the prize to me.
I used to think that every time I see this form, the nigga's life is taken away for spending his time.
How I relate to that is basically it's me, you know what I mean? It's how I interpret the world, as an individual. It's me from the inside looking out, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be different from person to person. So I can only see it from my perspective, and I'm content with that. You know what I mean? So everything that I do artistically is from my point of view. And I'll never jeopardize that and do it from another person's point of view. I try to do it from another person's point of view because I can. So it's just me 24/7, 365, and that's all I got to give.
To take breathing for granted as they policed and eyed, surveilled in Babylon, partied in Avalon.
Rookie season? Alright, that's a good question. Whereas preseason was me getting into the game, getting ready, getting everybody accustomed to what I'm doing. Rookie season is me actually being, in the lower ranks of the game and feeling it out. When you have athletes just entering, any type of sport, we have a lot of emotions from them. We have a lot of different thoughts and feelings going on in their head, how they get into the game, how they get their head in the game. You have outbursts, you have pain, you have glimpses of victory. It's just a lot of different elements to building a successful, star player. And rookie season basically is me saying, hey, I'm ready for the big leagues. I'm here, but I'm really ready to show and prove myself. So it's a turn up, you know what I mean? It's a turn up from the preseason. We're going in, we have more fun records. We have records that show, aggression, raw aggression where I'm from, Southside. It's me bringing more of myself to you and saying that I'm ready, you know what I mean? To be the guy, you know what I mean? So it's a turn up.
News made it hot, broke the rules. Funny how few fools go.
basically, my relationship with Half Amazing, it's very organic. It goes back a couple years, and he's really good at what he does. He's really great at what he does. He's very talented. He's focused. He's young. He's creative, and he actually complements what I do very well. That's the type of relationship we have. He complements what I do. So, he puts up the 50%, and I put up the 60%, and then the last 10% is that magic. You know what I mean? So, working with Half is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, no pun intended, but, he's a great guy. He's a great producer. I see very good things in his future. And he's really going to take it to a level that no other producer has really taken it before. And I feel that way because just some of the things that he hasn't done yet, but that I know he's capable of, is crazy. So it's been a very great experience.
Mind racing, burning fuel down the avenue. The ladies perfect.
I just owe it to me being very interested in social interaction. I like when something can spark a discussion amongst people. And I think that as an artist, you should be interested in that at all times because it's what all artists should strive to do. You put a piece of work out, you want to start a discussion. You want to have people interact with each other because that's how the world moves, You want to have people interact with each other. You don't want to have people just have their blinders on. Artists are supposed to open up the world and make the world a better place. So as long as I feel that way, I'm going to keep, putting my art, submitting my art to the world. You know what I mean? So it just helps me grow because I want to see people interact with each other and have a great time and understand people like me. You know what I mean? Like, I want them to understand what I'm going through in my small corner of the world. So that's going to keep me, doing what I do.
No mistakes gone. Heavy skeleton this season got me speeding.
That's a loaded question. I think the statement is biased, you know what I mean? Because I don't think it's just New York artists. I think it's artists in general, especially in rap, because rap is competitive and everybody wants to be on top. But New York artists especially because we've been doing it the longest, so I feel like at a certain point it was a disconnect because others excelled where others couldn't excel. And then it started to branch out and then everybody just kind of got lost in the shuffle. But I personally support New York artists. I show up to shows, I buy projects, I buy big releases, I buy independent releases. I still do ciphers with rappers who do open mics. You know what I mean? Like, I support, you know what I mean? And at the same time, I do my thing and I keep my brand, real distinct. But I do support it. So I think that statement it's not all that it's cracked up.
Blurry, trying to focus on hustles, hurrying, worrying if I'ma make it out, cause I see them scurrying.
I mean, the world has homosexual people, so I don't see why hip-hop can't be ready for a homosexual rapper. That's, I don't really subscribe to that notion that hip-hop is a club of, no insert whoever here allowed, you know what I mean? No girls allowed, no homosexuals allowed. I mean, hip-hop is founded in progression, you know what I mean? That's at its core, and it's rooted in skills. So whoever you are, if you have skills, show your skills, you know what I mean? Anybody can get that.
On the crime mind to seek fun, stressing to seek more.
Great rhyme and reason.
I think it's cool, you know what I mean? Like, everybody has lingo. If you're from a hood, like, you have lingo. I mean, whether it be like, regular wash or dry clean, I'm like, this is dry clean, you know what I mean? This is cool. I mean, it's just how you feel. Like, lingo is just, it's how you and your friends interact, you know what I mean? It's something that sparks discussion. So I think it's great that people embrace it. It's for y'all anyway, so, use it, spread it. It's good as no Caine, repping Southside Jamaica, Queens. And now rocking with DaleWillie.com, stepping to the top.